Hello.
Hello. Here we are with committed parenting. I'm Szara.
I'm Helen.
And
And really what we're here about is families thriving, thriving, thriving.
yeah, children are heard, parents have power, and connection gets to happen. So at Committed Parenting, every month we take a look at a new commitment we can look at, we can dig into, and we can explore to see what it offers your family, to try something on so that it's like an interruption to the regular and automatic.
Yeah, and you know what I'm going to say? It doesn't always look the way you're going to expect it to look.
No, it doesn't. So we're here to actually announce this month. So last month we looked at everything refresh. We really took at like what was the opportunity of refresh, how to refresh, tools and structures of refresh, the process of it all. We really it was such a great exploration.
Wasn't it?
It was a ride. And this month, because it is February and it's so fitting as parents that we are, this month we are looking at the commitment, love.
And you know what? Szara and I are sitting here and we're just having this moment to really create for ourselves what love is. Because we both came today to this conversation a little bit vulnerable.
Yeah, a little bit tender.
Yeah.
Tender.
And it's just beautiful because because Szara actually found a definition for love, and it just it actually rocked my world.
Okay, so there's lots of definitions of love, and we actually looked up a lot and just started exploring what is love? You know, to you might have your own viewpoint of when you say the word love or hear the word love, what shows up for you. And we're in this discussion and coming up with all kinds of things, and this one really lands. So love is accepting someone exactly the way they are and exactly the way they aren't.
But you know what I hear right then? It's not just about people, but it's actually accepting what is the way it is and the way that it isn't. That would be loving, right? So in our families, who we are or who we have the opportunity to be is literally being with whatever's there, the way it is and the way it isn't, and how that kid is and the way that kid isn't, how that partner is, or however you've created your family.
Yeah.
Right?
And what an expression of love that is, like a gift. Like it really is this gift that we give. And I it's interesting because last night, as parents, we have all these filler cup moments, right? Like when our kids turn around and they run across the room as toddlers or youngins to greet us at the door, and it just fills their cup. It just fills and melts my heart. And I was away in Mount Washington on the ski slopes and got to really witness my sons together interacting, really playing together. And it was really beautiful to watch their bonding, and it filled my cup. And last night, my oldest son picked up the bill for dinner. He was just like, "Mom, you spoil us so much. I want an opportunity to spoil you." And I melted, I cried. And that's gorgeous, and it's beautiful when you can receive that kind of love.
Yes.
And so it's great. Bask in that. Notice those moments. Play with that. Be grateful for that. It fills you up. But for myself, I got really present to, hey, but what is love? It's for myself, it's me showing up love again and again and again.
No, I'm with you, because I think it's like this bandied around word, right? And I think what I started to hear was the steadfastness that occurs in our family when we show up repeatedly over time as love. And what I'm also going to say, not only does it fill cups, but it actually fills times when we're not being met. Right?
Yeah.
So when we love, and we love freely, I'd like to say, the bandied around word is conditionally. We love unconditionally. Well, we're actually conditional people. So sometimes the stuff isn't there that we want to be there. But underneath all of it, for me, what's there is this ongoing, being there for another. I think that's part of what I see love as.
Yeah.
Is really being there for another person.
Yeah. Accepting them, being there and accepting them for exactly who they are and exactly who they aren't, again and again.
Yeah.
And wow, and that's really what commitment is. If you look to say, what's your commitment? This is what we're about here, is looking at our commitment.
Yeah.
And underneath of it all, are we always our commitment? No. There can be a few, lots around my house, reactions first. Something can happen, a child could talk back, a teenager. Oh my gosh, they can be great to press some buttons. Actually, at any ages, for the matter of that. Okay, let's scrap that teenage conversation, because that's a bad rap. I don't want to keep going. But, you know, our kids aren't perfect. We're not perfect. Things are going to come up. We're going to get mad or upset or triggered. And in that moment is love present. And sometimes, you know what, the reaction's present. And sometimes there's, you know, it's not nice. It's not pretty. There's hurt feelings. You know, we say the wrong things. We say,
I'm the queen of that. Like, I think I'm making the biggest difference here.
Yeah. It's like, you know, I often get like from, especially, you know, my 15-year-old and my 18-year-old, like, I don't think you're hearing me. And upset. Like, and I want to hear them. I do. I don't understand. I want to. And I'm saying the wrong thing. And I want to, and then what's right there for me is crap. I'm a crappy mom. I suck. I'm horrible. Just zip my mouth, toss me down the river, and you would be so much better off with a million other people as your parent. Bit traumatic. But that's what's right there. And that's that reaction. Yeah. But the opportunity, like that's what the real opportunity of this month is almost like a training ground in like a fun way, like a training ground of that steadfastness of love. And how in the face of a reaction or in the face of upset or some difficult, like parenting, this is not an easy job. You know, it's not straightforward and simple.
I'm just laughing because we always say we don't have a manual, right? But it is. It's that it requires the steadfastness because it's not a simple job. It isn't.
Yeah. And we don't know the direction. We don't. And it's like, it's so cliche and yet so true. Like, love is all you need. Like, I just want to break out the Beatles tune. Love. But really, like, you know, what would it be like if in that moment there's a reaction? Okay, great, there's a reaction. You're up against some upsetness. And it's like, okay, there's upsetness. Okay, I'm saying the wrong thing. Okay. And how can I accept exactly who you are and exactly who you aren't? And also actually turn that around here.
I was just going to say.
Right there, isn't it? Yeah. How can I accept exactly who I am and exactly who I'm not?
Yeah, really good.
Oh, I'm going to cry.
Yeah. I know, right? But that's it, right? And that actually, wow, imagine loving yourself, right? That actually who you are, who I am.
Yeah. Like, who would we get to be as a parent then? Like, what kind of love could be available for a child when we can actually accept ourselves exactly how we are and exactly how we aren't? And
I just, you know, the freedom in that.
No, I know. Like, to me, it's like, that's like, I love saying love wins the day. Like, it's I love it. That's where I stand and where I come from. And like love would win the day. It's like, I'm going to accept myself exactly how I am and exactly how I'm not. And I'm going to love you freaking up.
I love that.
Yeah. And we get to then be together in all the messiness and imperfectness and wrong words.
Well, just in life as it is. Like, that's how we get to be, and actually in life. Together, you know? Rather than some kind of barrier. That's what I hear.
Yeah, instead of that, like, against, you're just with.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow, we're getting all vulnerable and emotional here. Well, this is what you're up for this month of February as we take on this exploration and discovery of love. You know, so the opportunity of love in your family and for yourself and what it brings.
Yeah, you know, I'm back there, right? Because really it's a created phenomenon. That's what I wanted to say. It's actually something we create then. Given what you've just said. It's not something that we have to do. But it's actually who we get to be in that moment. Is like accepting of everyone and everything as it is.
Yeah, including ourselves. The whole picture of it. All of it.
Yeah.
We get to be with each other.
I know.
And I go back to our mission. Like, if we look at like committed parenting, what we're really about around here is about families thrive, kids get heard, parents have power, and connection is so present.
I know.
I was like, wow, this is so the access. This commitment of love. And if we look at what makes us a parent, you know, and in families, like what makes a family a family? And I think this would be such a core foundation piece, like that love. Oh, and I love the definition.
I know, that's what I was just going to bring back to you.
Yeah.
One of the definitions we found is strong affection for another, arising out of kinship or personal ties.
Yeah.
So it like really lives in the world of you create love. It's not something that you have to do anything about.
No.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like there's this space where there's this kinship or family tie, and you create that love inside of that, like outside with that.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the other thing I just want to say is to love, right? Is to hold dear, to cherish. That's Szara's word.
My favorite one. Hold dear and cherish.
Yeah. And then what we get to do, I mean, it just goes straight back to that. Then we actually get to thrive right there.
Like it's such access to thrive. Yeah. When we're holding dear and cherishing, when we're creating ourselves as love, wow. I actually then get more interested to listen. Is what I hear. It's like right there. I'm so much more access to listen to that, you know, child in front of me that might be dealing with something.
Yeah. And
to really hear them and what it's like. And I'm not taking it personally. I'm not defending myself. I'm not like trying to get them somewhere to fix something.
And also, like, even then, the stuff that we know about ourselves or that kid disappears. Do you know that?
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Just get to like, be with each other.
Okay.
Well, okay. So, what should we take on? Oh, what kind of activity can we take on as like this exploration of these beginning spaces of what is love? What is love?
We may
sing a lot of songs.
Well, I actually, like, you know what makes a difference in our house is actually to have playlists around stuff.
Oh,
it really does. And we have a very specific DJ in our house who creates playlists for us. And I just hear the opportunity. Like, this is a game. This is not all serious and significant.
That's not fun.
I know. But really, what I'm taking on is us creating a love playlist. Like, so whatever that looks like in our family. Like, so maybe it's what everybody loves listening to, or it's songs around love. But then we actually create this month our playlist that talks about love in our family. That's what I'm taking on.
I like that. I want to actually like gather the family around. Actually, we're going out for dinner tonight. Ooh, perfect timing. And like ask them even the question about love.
Yeah.
You know, ask them, what is love to you? You know, and like I can't actually wait to get my 9-year-old's answer.
I know. But you have to come back and tell us.
I gotta write it down. I gotta write it down. What is love to you?
Or you know what else you could do is, like, if he's okay with it, is actually video it for a moment.
Oh, that would be such a
because
capture
moment. Exactly, right?
Oh, have a little station with the camera. What is love to you? Define love. And they can define love. And I like the idea too, is in that inquiry, it's like, oh, let's make a song list. Like what songs bring about that feeling of love? What songs have you show up love?
Gosh, I just, right there for me is we watch Guardians of the Galaxy. And that soundtrack is like the soundtrack for our family. And I remember driving like in the middle of summer with our moonroof back. So there's this hot air coming in, but there's cool air from the air conditioning. Don't tell anyone I did that. That's very bad. But we're driving around and there's like this vibe in Victoria over the summer because there are lots of tourists. And it's just fun and vibey and things are happening. And we're playing the soundtrack so loudly and everybody's singing along. And that's like encapsulated.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. So those are the moments I'm out for us to actually like.
Yeah. Capture, express, be inside of. Okay. So this month, Love Month. And we are taking on that love playlist. We are taking on the inquiry. Like take on the inquiry. What is love to you? Yeah. When you hear the word love, you might want to pull out your journal tonight or this week. You know, you might want to pull it out and be like, when I think of love, this is what comes up for me.
Okay. No, but I just want to say, so Adrian, my husband, just heard us talking about that our theme was love. And you know what immediately was there? He reminded us of these, Szara doesn't know them, but I know the little cartoons that used to be Love Is, and that it would tell you what it is. But like, isn't it fun how we all start to play then in that world?
Yeah.
So like, how about, I actually want to say it like that. How about we take on playing in the world of love?
Yeah. Let's talk about it, share about it, inquire about it, be with each other about it. And what a deep, meaningful conversation to get related and to get to know each other. It's like, what is love to you? This is what love's to me. Like, you know, what fills you up with love? You know, what gets you thinking about love? And who knows what's going to come out? Who knows?
Come on.
Okay, and then share. Like, I want to hear what you're doing inside of love. Like, what are you hearing? What is your family discovering? What kind of things are you playing? What games are you creating?
Yeah, I really would love to know. Like, I want to be part of what's going on in your world. You know, not just over here, because Szara and I, you know, we chat, we kind of know stuff. You know, I'm really curious.
Yeah. Like, this is a bigger conversation for all families. Any. Let's talk about love. Let's share about love.
Makes me want to sing.
I know.
Talk about love, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Okay.
Okay, this has been a singing fiesta and tears. Tears and song. They go so hand in hand. Okay. And next week we have a special guest. We have a professional special guest that we're going to be interviewing, and she has so much to offer and so much to bring to this conversation about being inside of families and relationships and connection and how to elevate that inside of your family. So next week we will be posting. We're going to be pre-recording it and posting it on at our 9:40 time schedule. So come see that. If you I'll leave it at that. Perfect. Okay. Come join us next week at 9:40 Friday, and we will see you there.
Okay.
Bye.